stretch my mind. And as I look down that long road, my shadow crosses center line. I don't always know where I am going on this troubled cobbled trail. And I hope I win your heart today, 'cause tomorrow I may fail. So I take this wheel and I walk along the edges. I leave a little bit of me everywhere I go. When I take this wheel, I hope it turns me home, 'cause I know that home is you. And halfway across the country, in another state of mind, I never see the boundaries, though they cross me all the time. And I know where I have been, burdened by the border. And I hope I hold your heart today, 'cause tomorrow's a new order. So I take this wheel and I walk along the edges. I leave a little bit of me everywhere I go. And I take this wheel, I hope it turns me home, 'cause I know that home is you. Halfway through my life, with another map in hand, I choose another road and once more cross this land. And I feel much less afraid as I move on down the line. And I hope that you will trust our love, 'cause this life is yours and mine. So I take this wheel and I walk along the edges. I leave a little bit of me everywhere I go. When I take this wheel, I hope it turns me home, 'cause I know that home is you.
What a joyful morning. Welcome to the First Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Ann Arbor, Michigan, a liberal spiritual community grounded in love and deeply committed to a just and peaceful future since 1865. Thank you for the gift of your presence as we gather together on this Bridging Sunday. My name is Stella Anderson, and I proudly serve this congregation as the Director of Spiritual Growth and Development. With us this morning are our Senior Minister, the Reverend Manish Mishra-Marzetti, our Minister for Pastoral Care, the Reverend Theresa rohlck, Allison Halerz, our Pianist-in-Residence, and Mike Halerz, our Technology Consultant and Master of Ceremonies. I am also delighted to welcome lay worship leaders Arika Lycan and Kevin Werner, our new board president, Henrike Florusbosch, Carli Hildebrandt and our dynamite Why Are You advisors, and Leah Tessman from Habitat for Humanity. And of course, our fabulous guest musician, Tret Fure. If you are here for the first time, let me extend you a very warm welcome. And if you've been coming for many Sundays, either in person or remotely, thank you for making this place your spiritual home. After every service, we host a newcomer's welcome in the Jackson Chapel, which is across the hall from the wall of name tags. If you're new to the UUAA, please stop by to meet some members of our community and learn what we're all about. We also invite you to take the newcomer survey located on our website at uuaa.org/newcomersurvey. We want to make your experience here welcoming and memorable, and these opportunities will help us get to know you and help you make connections. And just one brief announcement before we move more deeply into our shared time together. Immediately after the service, the SGD committee and I are hosting a thank you celebration in the social hall for all of the SGD teachers and volunteers that gave so much to our program over this past year. We will have assorted frozen treats, and there will be a table to make buttons, cards, and bookmarks for our amazing volunteers, and everyone here is invited. 2 years ago, I found myself at a crossroads. I'd spent the better part of a decade staying at home with my children, dedicating all of my love and energy to their growth and development. And then, after a very trying year of remote school, I had some major decisions to make about my future. Would I try to go back to teaching again? Devote myself to volunteering or political activism? Continue to focus on home and family? I was facing an uncertain future, paralyzed with fear and indecision, terrified that I'd make the wrong choice. But I was also gripped by a deep yearning, this conviction that I was on the cusp of a new adventure if only I opened myself up to possibility. And so I swallowed my worries and doubts and pushed myself to seek out new opportunities, to forge a new path into the future. And now I'm about to complete my second full year as SGD director of this wonderful congregation. I took a leap of faith and landed here with all of you. Thank you for being there to catch me. On this Sunday, as we honor milestones, journeys, and thresholds, as we dedicate our youngest children into the congregation, celebrate the accomplishments of our bridging seniors, and affirm life transitions, both joyful and sorrowful, I invite you to let the wise words of Kathy Fuson Hurt give you the strength you need to take that next step on your own journey. From her poem, The Way Out. In order to get out, I must go through. There is no other way. No other way? But there must be another way, an easier path, a well-lit road. I cast about, scan the horizon. No other way. The way out is the way through. The way through is the way hard. Beset behind and before, a heavy hand laid upon me. Pass one trial, meet another. Leap one hurdle, run against another. No turning back. No detours. No other way. Lord, how long? As long as it takes to get me there. Going down to go up, approaching heaven via hell. No other way. The only way out is through. We are gathered for worship.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Arika Lycan. My pronouns are they, them, theirs, and I am glad to be here today to lead us through the lighting of the chalice and the covenant. So thanks for allowing me to be here. I'm a happy part of the lay leaders worship team, and let's all join together today to say these special words that will unite us and remind us of our shared commitment to each other. I'd like to invite Spencer Thomas up to the chancel, and he's going to light the chalice for us today. If you're joining us virtually, please feel free to type your location and the chalice is lit and join us even though you're not in person with us. So if we could all recite the words together, and Spencer, you can go ahead and light the chalice. We light this chalice for the light of truth. We light this chalice for the warmth of love. We light this chalice for the energy of action. We light this chalice for the harmony of peace. Thank you very much, Spencer. Appreciate it. There's another important set of words that we say together that remind us of our promise to each other and our shared commitment to be in community together. So if you could join me in reciting the words of the covenant together. The spirit of this church is love, and service is its law. This is our covenant with each other, to dwell together in peace, to search for truth and love, and to help one another. Thank you.
Good morning. It is indeed a joyful morning today. We are going to welcome 2 children into our community. So I'd like to invite Charlie Pochi Morrison and Juniper Williamson Cardno, and your families and witnesses and support folks to all come up here and on the chancel. You can just kind of gather over here on this side. Thank you. All right. Isn't this wonderful to have this large crew here to support everyone? You want to come a little bit so you're not hidden behind me? Yeah, please. You can come right up here too. Wonderful. Every day that a child is born is a miracle, an opportunity to ascribe worth and honor to the power of love. Each child that's born is another reason to sing louder for hope, to work better for justice, to widen our capacity for love, and to believe that peace is real and to make it so. Today we celebrate the miracle and joy of life and take our place in the nurture and care of the children brought before us.
A child dedication ceremony within Unitarian Universalism differs from similar ceremonies in other traditions. For us, a dedication ceremony is a celebration of a young life growing in your midst and growing in our midst collectively as a community. In addition to celebrating and honoring these young lives, we also recognize that nurturing and supporting a young growing life is a commitment on the part of the caregivers and their extended family and a part of this whole community as well. As such, raising a child is not something that happens in isolation. We know that. It happens in community and through multiple communities that weave through our lives. Given these understandings, we now bear witness to one another and the commitments that are made here today. We'll first speak to the parents and caregivers of Charlie and Juniper, then to those honored family, friends, and relatives who are here to offer support. Thank you for being here. And finally, to the congregation as a whole. I turn first to our parents and caregivers to whom I will lovingly pose a couple of questions, and I invite you in turn to respond with the phrase, "we will." Will you teach and model for your children what it means to embody and live a life of compassion, love, and authenticity? If so, please say, "we will." Will you patiently and lovingly share your perspective, life experience, and wisdom with your children, knowing full well that very likely they're going to make whatever decision they want to do after you do so?
We will.
Knowing that we human beings often learn and grow through the mistakes that we make, just as each of you has learned and grown in similar ways. Will you offer your children companionship, understanding, and if need be, forgiveness for any silly, immature, or foolhardy choices they may make?
We will.
Beautiful.
I have questions now for those dear ones who have come to bear witness. I sincerely hope that you will answer with the words, "we will." Will you draw steady circles of love and support around the parents of these children, Ryan and Corey and Stephanie and Nate? Will you listen and listen, offering forbearance, patience, and guidance. And this last question is for the whole community. I sincerely hope we will all answer robustly with the words, "we will." Will you all promise to play with these children, to laugh with them, to sing with them, to be very, very kind in all that you do?
So on behalf of the First Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Ann Arbor, it is my honor to ask, by what name shall we know these children?
Juniper Grace Williamson Cardinal.
Charles Everett Roy Poggi Morrison.
Friends, I present to you Charles and Juniper. Charles and Juniper. Sorry, pointing in the wrong direction. Charlie and Juniper, this is an important day for you, for your parents, for this congregation. We have heard and called your names. We will pledge to you our commitment to create a community that cares for your life. And now, with the elements of this beautiful planet, we offer you our blessing. The earth we offer is from the gardens of this property, our common home. It has been mingled with the soil we gathered at our dirt communion service. This soil connects you to the world that grows within and about you, and to the land your community calls home. By the earth, which is as solid as you are, may you be blessed. Take care of your body self. You are made of stardust and carbon and love. You are a gift.
In years past, and hopefully in years to come, we blessed our spiritual growth and development teachers with bubbles, a reminder that the gift of delight is available with every breath. By the air which moves as freely and quickly as your mind, may you be blessed. Try on new ideas, but hold them not too tightly. Think with great care, for thought is a gift.
This is our community's memory candle, a candle we utilize on our annual All Souls Sunday during our ritual of remembrance. Through its light and flame, you are connected to all who have come here before you, the love, the laughter that has been shared, ancestors who have worked to build and nurture this community, which is now also yours. The fire within each of us fuels our deepest longings and helps us express our deepest gifts. Me. We're not done with air yet. We'll come back to fire in a sec. All right. The fire within each of us fuels our deepest longings and helps us express our deepest gifts. May you learn how to harness and work with your own fire deeply and well, taking care to avoid the pitfall of burning others or yourself as you do so. By this fire, may you be blessed.
This water is drawn from our wells, mingled with drops from our water communion. This water connects you with this world, with this place, with this community, and its ancestors. By the water which is as essential to your life as your being, by the water which is as transformative as your spirit, may you be blessed. May you know the might of oceans, the tenacity of rivers, the persistence of raindrops, and the patience of dew. May you nourish what you touch. May your spirit always grow. If you would rise with me in all the ways you do and give voice to the community's commitment. Our words of dedication are in the order of service and also will appear on the screen. Together, let us say our congregational dedication and covenant. We perform this ceremony to declare that all of us, as members and friends of First Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Ann Arbor, are responsible for the care and development of the children before us and among us. We dedicate, one moment. Here we go, just a pause. We dedicate ourselves to the tenderness of understanding, the hope of high ideals, the intelligence of warm devotion. We pledge to share with you the living tradition we know as Unitarian Universalism. We promise to journey with you through all that life offers, in covenants of trust, gratitude, service and justice, compassion and unfailing love. One more. Welcome into our hearts. Welcome into our circle of love. Thank you. You may be seated. Charlie and Juniper, Stella has a certificate for you that she will give to one of your caregivers, and you can lead your families and witnesses back to their seats now. Thank you. Thank you. Today, we have received these children into the congregation and committed ourselves to their nurture. Let us also commit to receiving all children, all new beings into our hearts, promising to fight for their right to be seen and heard and loved for whomever they grow into being. Amen.
My name is Kevin. My pronouns are he, him, his. And good morning. Bridging or transitioning from one step to another can be scary, especially when you're a Jewish transgender kid who doesn't even have the language to express how they truly feel. Thankfully, I was raised by LGBT elders who helped me find the courage to become Kevin. So in the spirit of Pride Month and this Bridging Sunday, I'm excited to share our story for all ages this morning about drawing strength from a loving community and finding the courage to leap into the unknown. The Koala Who Could, written by Rachel Bright and illustrated by Jim Field. It was a wonderful place where the day was just dawning. The breezes blew soft on a morning, golden morning. In a place where the creatures ran wild and played free, a koala named Kevin clung to a tree. A nicer gray fellow you never would meet, as soft as a soft thing from ear tufts to feet. His favorite way to relax in the sun was to cling and to nap and to munch on a leaf bun. And after all this, well, he'd need a nice rest. Well, yes, Kevin liked clinging to what he knew best. You see, high up was safe, since he liked a slow pace. When the ground below seemed a frightening place, too fast, too loud, too big, too strange. Nope, Kevin preferred not to move or to change. So he clung to his tree as he knew what to do and was never too keen to try anything new. So when Wombat stopped by and shouted one day, "Hey, Kevin, why don't you come down here and play?" I think, he replied, I should stay on my plant. I'm busy right now. No, I'm sorry, I can't. Why not? Cried the ruse, with a super loud cheer. Yes, why? Called the dingoes. There's nothing to fear. But Kevin, who'd never been one to act fast, said, I'm clinging to do, but it's nice to have been asked. As Kevin sat watching them chatter and share, a part of him wished he could join in down there. But he knew he'd miss home. It was so dark and so late. A whole risky thing. Adventure could wait. Whatever the invite, he'd always say no. Oh dear, it seemed Kevin just couldn't let go. So his life was the same, no matter the day. The weeks came and went, and the months rolled away. And Kevin stayed still, while the world moved around, until he woke to a worrying sound. Tap, tap. The sound went, well, this was a blow. Tappity, tap, 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 tap. Oh no! Uncling, the crowd yelled, which had gathered below. Leap and we'll catch you, just let yourself go. But Kevin was scared. Let go? No, I shan't. I won't, shouted Kevin. Oh dear, I just can't. Whoomp! Down came the tree, with it bringing crash and a wallop. And Kevin still clinging. Kevin, he carefully opened one eye and looked up at the love staring down from the sky. Then one paw by one paw, he loosened his hold. He felt springy and light and happy and bold. The worst he could think of had now come to pass, and he was just fine. Why, he felt quite first class. So when Wombat leaned over and held out his paw, Kevin no longer felt worry or doubt. When Dingo asked, "Now will you come out to play?" the crowd all joined in with a, "What do you say?" And even though this wasn't part of his plan, Kevin replied, "Yes, I think that I can." And Kevin, from then on, was always can do, because life can be great when you try something new.
Thank you, Kevin, for a beautiful story about Koala Kevin, learning to let go. Once a month, our community takes the time to hear from a local justice partner that we work closely with to hear more about the good work that we're doing together in Washtenaw County and beyond. It's our privilege and honor today to have Tess Lehman, am I getting your name right? Leah Tessman with us this morning, and welcome into the pulpit.
Thank you. Thank you all for having me here today to provide a little bit of information about Habitat for Humanity of Huron Valley. For more than 30 years, our local Habitat affiliate has been a catalyst for stabilizing homes, families, and communities in Washtenaw County by providing more than just our signature homeownership program. We work to create and sustain affordable homeownership for low to mid-income families that strengthen neighborhoods through new builds and home repairs for existing homeowners already living in our communities. I'm here today to share how your partnership through the Good News Group impacts the work we do and the neighborhoods we serve. For more than 30 years, roughly 15 congregations have come together each year to raise funds to help build a home for a future Habitat homebuyer. With the help of your hands and donations, Good News has helped 38 families in Washtenaw County achieve affordable homeownership. Our homeownership program provides low-interest mortgages to qualified partnering applicants in need of decent, safe, and affordable housing. Habitat helps low-income families build home equity and generational wealth by serving families that earn between 30% and 80% of the area median income in Washtenaw County. Homebuyers must have a need for affordable housing, live or work in Washtenaw County, and partner with us to provide 100 sweat equity hours, where they come help us build the homes and take our financial management classes. As of today, Habitat has built or renovated and sold 276 homes here in Washtenaw County. Thank you. In addition to our homeownership program, we provide critical repairs and energy-saving measures for existing homeowners of low income to assist in keeping them in their homes and keeping those homes safe through our home improvement program. This program helps residents, mostly the aging population and veterans living in our community, with costly and critical repairs, such as weatherization, barrier-free bathroom modifications, roof replacements, and replacing inefficient refrigerators and furnaces. Over the last 12 years, Habitat has provided various assistance to more than 9,000 households in our communities. Yeah, thank you. And as some of you may know, recently UUAA helped us develop what we call our Healthy Homes Initiative to help us leverage government funding by providing 6 additional households with home improvements that will not only improve the sustainability of those homes, but also their energy efficiency and lessen the carbon footprint for that homeowner and the community. So great job, UUAA. Thank you to those of you that helped with that program and donated to such. At Habitat, we know that strong neighborhoods form the foundation that lift an entire community. Habitat focuses on areas where we can have the greatest impact on quality of life through our community development program. We work with partner neighborhoods in Ypsilanti, Galt Village, Sugarbrook, and West Willow to provide support for community planning and organizational work, such as neighborhood beautification days, neighborhood association development, and community resource events. Habitat's work is especially difficult in this housing market. At a time when expenses and labor are increasing and other funding sources are decreasing, your support has allowed us to continue to build homes, secure futures, and strengthen these communities. UUAA members have contributed with funds and volunteer hands for many years and have served as the foundation of our success. We strive to be excellent stewards of our resources, and every private dollar we raise that you donate is leveraged by public support, such as government funding, down payment assistance, and income from our restore. Because of you, our impact is visible in the revitalized neighborhoods, families achieving financial stability, and our children who achieve more in school and life. We are beyond grateful for UUAA's support and cannot thank you enough for your continued support in helping us build the future of the communities we serve together. So thank you.
Leo, we thank you for this important work that Habitat for Humanity is doing in our area, work that is deeply supported by volunteers from this community and truly by all of us. The important work of helping lift folks out of poverty and onto a path of home ownership. This morning we share our Sunday collection with Habitat for Humanity of Huron Valley. In just a moment, the ushers will come down the aisles if you're here with us in the sanctuary in person and you have the opportunity to donate cash or checks. If you donate by check, it can be helpful to put share the collection in the memo line. You also have the opportunity, whether you're with us in person or streaming online at this moment, to donate via our website, uuaa.org/giving. You can also donate via text by texting UUAA to 73256. This morning's offering will now be gratefully received.
You've come into this world like no one could imagine. A choice you made yourself, no celebrity, no fashion. A glass about to break, the shell around your heart. Now you have a choice, a map, a means, the chart. How hard to find an answer that can free you like a song. How hard to tend a body in which you do not belong. The calling of your true self, the calling of your heart. Now you have a choice, a map, a means, the chart. Sometimes we are born into the wrong place and time. Sometimes it's as simple as gender. But it isn't ever simple, and wrong can still be right, and the heart should always be tender. Well, I fell into a family that has love as its back door, and it's always swinging wide for the richest and the poor. There's room for every shape and size, room for every heart. And you have a choice, a map, a means, the chart. Sometimes we are born into the wrong place and time. Sometimes it's as simple as gender. But it isn't ever simple, and wrong can still be right. The heart should always be tender. Well, the challenge is acceptance in each and every hour. No matter what the package, no matter where the power. But the toughest transition is to open up our hearts. But we have a choice, a map, a means, the sharp. Sometimes we can't step into the right place in time. Sometimes it's no longer the pretender. And it isn't ever simple, and wrong can still be right. And the heart should always be tender. And the heart should always be tender. And the heart should always be tender.
Thank you.
Tret, what a joy it is to have you with us this Sunday morning. Thank you for coming back to Ann Arbor. What a beautiful reminder that all our work of building and nurturing justice in the world should be guided by that tender heart, that place of compassion and caring that resides in each and every one of us. In honoring that, in honoring the generous gifts from our community in support of building that justice that we need in our county, in our region, and the wider world, would you rise and body your spirit as you're comfortably able as our ushers bring forth today's offerings and we engage in our act of dedication. Would you join your hearts as well as voices as we say together, "To the work of this congregation, which is weaving a tapestry of love and action, we dedicate our lives and these our offerings." Thank you. Please be seated.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Henrike Florusbosch, and I proudly serve this congregation as board president. This morning, we continue doing the work of building, maintaining, and caring for the bridges that take us together across the river of life. We will begin our journey today by recognizing the high school seniors connected with our congregation. Bridging is our name for the ceremony that marks the transition of our high school youth into the larger world of work or college and more adult responsibilities, the transition from youth to young adulthood. We begin now with that essential ministry of bridging. Later in the service, we will extend the story of our bridge a bit wider, for we gather in religious community to ensure that none of us make the journey of life alone.
Diving Board by Shel Silverstein. You've been up on that diving board, making sure that it's nice and straight. You've made sure it's not too slick. You've made sure it can stand the weight. You've made sure that the spring is tight. You've made sure that the cloth won't slip. You've made sure that it bounces right and that your toes can get a grip. And you've been up there since 5:30, doing everything but dive. I remember being a teenager, barely. Definitely not a kid anymore, but not quite an adult. Those deep valleys of self-doubt and self-consciousness, the thrill of first love and the pain of first heartbreak, the endless questions about what you're planning to do with your life, the figuring out of it all. The young people we honor today are embarking on a lifelong journey of self-discovery. It's scary and exhilarating to cross that bridge. Each of them have taken a different path to get here, and today we celebrate another big step. The youth we honor have given so much of themselves to this community. We've asked them to consider love, marriage, and intimacy, to make themselves vulnerable as they engage in often uncomfortable conversations. We've asked them to lead worship, and we've asked over and over again that they serve the larger community. Beyond their service work, which includes making and selling apple dumplings to raise funds to buy gifts for kids and providing Halloween fun for the congregation, Our youth have also worked hard to liberate our community from outdated ways of thinking and being in the world. In many ways, they have served as our spiritual guides. Everyone that is here in person or watching from home, the assembled seniors as well as the wider congregation, has worked to create the programs our youth take part in, and for that, I thank you. I want to especially thank the YRUU advisors who have been in the room helping our youth navigate their individual and collective experiences. Carli Hildebrandt, who served the group as YRUU coordinator and lead advisor, JJ McKillop, Kate Van Horn, and Spencer Thomas. Thank you for laying an outstanding foundation for the YRUU community. I invite you to stand here as we bid goodbye to our bridging seniors.
As a gift from our congregation, each young adult will receive a copy of our Gray UU hymnal, Singing the Living Tradition, which has been signed by the ministers and by our SGD director, Stella. We hope that this hymnal will remind you of your Unitarian Universalist heritage and that the wisdom contained therein will always be with you as your life journey continues to unfold. Each of you will also receive a handmade chalice by Ingrid Gunderson, a talented artist and member of our congregation. We hope that this gift will remind you of your home community and that our community's love and support travel with you wherever you may go. Keep it on a desk or on a shelf near you, and whenever you need us, whenever you want to think about us or bring us into your heart, the light of our shared Unitarian Universalist faith, we hope that you'll light this chalice. Finally, each of you will also receive a copy of Becoming, a spiritual guide for navigating adulthood, which is a collection of essays written by UU youth and young adults. Editor Kayla Parker writes in the preface of this book, quote, "May the writings in this volume speak to your heart and soul and move with you throughout your days. Every word in these pages was written or chosen by people who want you to know that you are not alone, that we are all in the midst of becoming. We wrote, compiled, and edited this book not only to share our own truths, but to be next to you as you discover your own."
Now, graduating seniors, it is time to make that transition into the next step of your life's journey and into a new relationship with this congregation. You're ready. It's time to dive. As your names are called, please come forward and greet your YRUU advisors, and then please make your way across the bridge, representing the movement from a YRUU youth to a young adult in our wider congregation. Reverends Manish and Theresa and Board President Henrike are waiting to greet you on the other side. And once you have arrived, please stay standing with these loving adults for a blessing. I invite forward the following high school seniors: Zachary Hildebrandt. Antonia Ordonez. I also invite us to honor and recognize bridging senior Robbie Cromp, who could not be with us in person. And now a blessing. Go Boldly by Jean Olson. May you be brave enough to expose your aching woundedness and reveal your vulnerability. May you speak your deepest truths, knowing that they will change as you do. May you sing the music within you, composing your own melody, playing your song with all of your heart. May you draw, paint, sculpt, and sew, showing the world your vision. May you write letters, poetry, biography, slogans, graffiti, the great novel, laying bare your words to love and hate. May you love even though your heart breaks again and again. And until the end of your days, may your life be filled with possibilities and courage. Everyone may return to their seats.
Hello, I'm Carli Hildebrandt, and I'm the lead advisor for YRUU this year. My graduates, crossing a bridge is scary. You can look out over the unfamiliar landscape beneath you and worry that we'll all come crashing down. You are about to cross bridges that will lead to great adventures, but sometimes in your life, you will make bridges that are unstable. You'll venture to places that end up being a mistake. And that's okay. From here, you get to choose where your bridge goes. You are the designer, the architect, and the engineer of your life. And though you are the decision maker, I will offer some advice. It helps to ask for help. Through your life, you will find people who will help you build your life to what you want it to be. And they will walk with you on the way. Treasure these people when you find them. Don't take them for granted. And please know that you are lucky enough right now to have a big room full of saps. They will probably help you if you ask. For sure they'll help you. If you find yourself away and alone, please find a UU church near you and check them out. But just know that we are still your home congregation. You'll bring a part of us with you wherever you go. And I couldn't be happier than to be sending you out as our ambassadors.
I am sitting in this circle with my humble guides, surrounded by the ones I love, protected on all sides, breathing out and breathing in, holding all that's fine. Though the world around me shatters, I center on this time. And for just one moment we are still beneath the dark and the dreary. If we can hold our hearts so strong, we may not feel so weary. If for just one moment we are still beneath the dark and the dreary, if we could shine a light so strong, we may not feel so weary. Breathing out and breathing in, and holding all that's fine. Though the world around me shatters, I center on this time. For I am sitting in this circle
This circle truly is here to hold all of us. And so in honoring that, we now transition to honoring other changes or transitions that may be occurring in the lives of those of us that are here this morning. There's so many bridges that each of us cross over the course of our lives: births, adoptions, deaths, illnesses, recoveries, graduations, partnerships, weddings, separations, divorces, relocations to new places, job changes, changes in our bodies or our physical functioning, aging, retirement. Through all of these endings and beginnings, all these changes and transitions, we human beings companion one another, supporting one another in crossing from what has been toward the threshold of what is becoming or what is emerging. We help each other bridge life's major transitions. Change and its power, its impact, touches each of us. As it does so, we are called to honor our feelings, explore our essential truths, and when we can, honor the possibilities inherent in that which may be emerging.
We invite you now to mark your own bridgings. Henrike and Stella will stand over here on the chalice side, and Reverend Manish and I will be over here on the piano side to anchor each side of this symbolic bridge. Take a moment now and think about an event you want to recognize, big or small, celebratory, sad, or complicated. Like the youth moving into young adulthood, what changes are happening to you, within you, around you, that would call you over this bridge? Whether you are here in the sanctuary or on the live stream, take a moment to consider what bridging might mean to you right now in your life. For those on live stream, your presence as part of the UUA community matters, as we will bear witness to any bridging that is indicated in the chat. You may want to write bridging in the chat and hold the reason why in your heart. Or you may indicate what the life event is. For example, you might type, "I'm beginning a new job." The chat host and others viewing on the live stream can respond to you in the moment by simply typing "witnessing" in response to any event that is shared. For those of you here, similarly, you may remain seated to witness and be present for others in the community, or you may come up front and cross the bridge of support. Please know that any children present are welcome to participate as well. The ministerial team will greet you, and if you wish, you may tell one of us what event you are crossing for, or that may remain in your hearts. The ushers will now come forward and pause at each row, starting from the front. And if you wish to cross the bridge, I invite you to move to the back and around to this side of the bridge, and then cross over. And then when you're done, you can go back down the 2 aisles to your seats. If you would need us to come to you, please raise your hand and we will come and hear your bridging at your seat. So the ushers are here. Let's begin. Thank you. Thank you all. No matter how you participated in the bridging ceremony, remember that you are in the company of those who wish you well. As a community, we remain together and supportive of each other in times of change and uncertainty. So let us give voice to our commitment to hold each other in love. Arika, will you lead us in an affirmation?
Would you all join me by responding to my words with the phrase, "You are held in love"? In these transitions, you are held in love. As you grow, you are held in love. When you struggle, you are held in love. Amidst these changes, you are held in love. Throughout life's stages, you are held in love. Thank you.
Dear friends, we are on a journey together. The path ahead is rocky and the hills are steep. The cliffs are sharp and the rivers rushing. Remember all that you've been told. Remember that the only way out is through. Let us go forth with courage, curiosity, and compassion. Let us carry freedom, love, and justice in our hearts. Take a deep breath and dive.
Please join me in this song. It's a wonderful sing-along for all of us. Carry freedom in your heart. Carry justice as a goal. Carry love in every fiber of the fabric of your soul. Carry freedom in your heart. Carry justice as a goal. Carry love in every fiber of the fabric of your soul. Carry freedom in your heart. Carry justice as a goal. Carry love in every fiber of the fabric of your soul. Carry freedom in your heart. Carry justice as a goal. Carry love in every fiber of the fabric of your soul. When your streams are tearing and your sleeves are threadbare and your shoes are wearing from the road, when your spirit's too thin and your heart's too heavy, remember all that you've been told. Carry freedom in your heart. Carry justice as a goal. Carry love in every fiber of the fabric of your soul. Carry freedom in your heart. Carry justice as a goal. Carry love in every fiber of the fabric of your soul. When the world seems dreaded and our battles stitched up and the fighting nothing more than show, when our fuel is fracked and our lives hijacked, remember all that we've been told. Carry freedom in your heart. Carry justice as a goal. Carry love in every fiber of the fabric of your soul. Carry freedom in your heart. Carry justice as a goal. Carry love in every fiber of the fabric of your soul. Still our lives aren't equal. It's just another sequel to a tragic tale that we've been sold. If I can't get married or I can't be buried by the one I've pledged forevermore, carry freedom in your heart. Carry justice as a goal. Carry love in every fiber of the fabric of your soul. Carry freedom in your heart. Carry justice as a goal. Carry love in every fiber of the fabric of your soul. Carry freedom in your heart. Carry justice as a goal. Carry love in every fiber of the fabric
Go now in peace, my friends. Continue to carry freedom, justice, and love with you into the coming week and always. And now, let's dive into some ice cream. Amen.
Carry freedom in your heart. Carry justice as a goal. Carry love in every fiber of the fabric of your soul. Carry freedom in your heart. Carry justice as a goal. Carry love in every fiber of the fabric of your soul. Thank you.